There are a few advanced tools available for debugging that we won't really use in our course, but they're worth knowing about so that when you encounter a need for them, you know that they exist. One I call step-by-step execution. Some development environments will let you run your code one line at a time instead of all at once. There are a couple benefits there. You can trace through the code and make sure it's running the way you expect it to run. You can run it step by step to mentally simulate what's going on. Or you can use it in combination with these other two methods to get a really complete view of how your program is running. A second is called variable visualization, or at least that's what I call it. Typically, we only see output from our programs when we tell them to explicitly output. But some development environments will give you a window where at any time you can view the status of every variable in your code. That'll make a little bit more sense of it later in our course. But for now, just know it's a way of kind of looking inside the brain of the computer while it's running the code that you've written and seeing what it has in its working memory. And third, many development environments provide inline debugging. In other words, while you're writing code, it'll show you right there if you've done something wrong. Oftentimes, this is visualized very similarly to spell check. It'll underline when it doesn't recognize a certain word that you've used. Or in some particularly complex development environments, it can give you much more advanced feedback. It's almost as if the computer is constantly compiling your code just to make sure it works while you're writing it. So again, I don't anticipate you'll need to use any of these in our course here, but as you get into more complex areas, they might come in handy, so it's worth knowing that they're out there.